And now, coming to you live from the tri-state area and San Francisco, California, it's the best part of Wednesday, Waffle Box, with your hosts, Mike Fish and Kush Hayes.
Welcome to Waffle Box, the podcast where we talk about anything, everything, and nothing, all at the same time. Coming up on episode 79, we're talking interesting ways to dispose of a human body legally. Finally, rights for the sex dolls of Korea. And we want to dance with somebody. In this week's movie review, I am Mike Fish, and I am joined, as always, by the main man from San Fran. It's Mr. Kush Hayes. Kush, how you doing, buddy?
A little hungover, but what's good, y'all? Kush Hayes here, coming to you with the original Waffle Box. You accept no substitutions because it is the best part of Wednesdays. How are you doing, Mr. Mike Fish?
I'm doing well. I've recovered from the New Year festivities. What did you get up to? How was your New Year?
A little rocky. We kept it going a little longer than we should have, and yeah, I guess I'm on a rock now. I'm somewhere on a mountain. It's at least not raining on me at the moment, but yeah, I seem to have lost my hat. Thankfully, I still got my Waffle Box medallion, so no one robbed me. That's good news. Otherwise, I don't know how I'm gonna get down from here, but we got a show to do first, so there it is.
Always a dedication. Always a dedication.
How's your you gotta love what you do.
Other than being lost up a mountain, how's 2023 treating you so far? Have you made any resolutions? Have you broken your resolutions? How you been?
Definitely not doing a good job on the not so drinking so much resolution. Otherwise, we start work in a week, so it's nice to have had an extended time off and knowing there is a job that will be there at the end of that.
That is nice.
The last 2 years that wasn't a thing. So
more money, more problems, but no money, even more problems.
Yeah,
that's what I see.
Oh fuck yeah! As a small business owner, it's time to you have to do the taxes before the 30th. So yeah, I know at some point I drunkenly got was getting receipts together the other day, but yeah, Uncle Kush had one too many sips from the bottle.
I'm not going to judge. Judgment-free zone here.
I appreciate that. I understand your New York Football Giants are in the playoffs.
Goddamn right they are. Woo!
Congratulations!
First time since
I look
2016.
forward to seeing you on the field of battle.
Daniel Jones, MVP, baby. People seem to. There's haters. There's haters out there, Kush, with Daniel Jones, but since day one, I've been a Dan Stan. I've been by his side, and alongside Coach Debo, we're going to the moon, baby. Going to the moon.
Okay.
We might not be going to the Super Bowl, but we're going to the moon.
Are the odds high that the Niners and the Giants will face each other in the playoffs?
Whoa! Up until a few days ago, yes, they were. But then that was when I believe the Minnesota Vikings were the second seed and the 49ers were the third seed. But then Minnesota lost their game and 49ers won their game, so they flip-flopped. So now 49ers are the second seed in the NFC. So it looks like it could be the Giants versus the Vikings in the first round. And then hopefully if we beat those, who knows? I don't know how the brackets
if our teams end up going head to head, I think you and I need to have a little gentleman's wager. Nothing crazy, nothing breaking the bank, but it'll go to charity.
Be a charity.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
I got $1. Oh, it's $10.
You got $1? I was thinking maybe I'm a little higher than that, but But we'll come back to this. We'll come back to this.
A little. Who's that fella?
Oh, that's Mr. Washington.
There he is, George Washington. Real monies. Yeah. Speaking
of, that you're bringing money into the podcast. Oh no, a dollar bill got into my drink. That was bound to happen.
Is that good luck?
I hope. I don't know, dog. Who knows where this dollar has been? Probably
Is it
not.
covered in
Probably had
glitter?
some
Does it
traces
smell
of-
like coconut?
Might smell like coconut. I don't know. Oh dear. Well, we'll just let that one dry. Oh, do I want to finish this now? Fuck it.
Chug
The
it.
alcohol will sanitize it, right?
I've had my dog right now. You can't see it on camera, but it's just staring at the door. I warned you. Once I hit record, you're stuck in here. Fun fact. So, New Year's resolutions.
Fun
I
fact.
saw a good quote about. Oh, for God's sake. Fun facts about New Year's resolutions. I saw it was a great quote. Great quote. Really made me like. When you're like, that's profound. I wish I'd come up with that.
Mhm.
It said, "Those that break New Year's resolutions are weak. Those that make them are fools." Oh, like that.
Oh, it's dark.
Like that.
Dark. It's
Oh.
very defeatist.
I mean, I'm sure I was going to mention this, but I think if we actually go back to the first episode of 2022, we went through resolutions and stats and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure the percentage of people that make New Year resolutions that fail them pretty high.
Sure.
I'm going out on a limb.
Oh yeah. Well, the worst part about that, and I'm sure we talked about this on that episode as well, is like once they break them, they're just like, it's done, whatever. Now I'm just gonna drink all the booze in the world. And it's like, no, you just start again tomorrow. It's okay.
I missed the gym day, so therefore I'm going to eat McDonald's every day now.
Forever.
Forever.
Until my next resolution. Yeah, no, you just go back to the gym on Tuesday. It's fine. Thursday, whatever it is.
I technically already broke mine because I was
Same.
actually I was going to be one of those people that's like, I'm going to get into shape this year, not lose weight, because if you see the video version, I look like a broomstick with twig arms. But I was trying to bulk up a little bit. I was going to do
You
that.
look like a Polish survivor.
Jesus, that's dark.
It was dark, I know.
So, and then someone in my household got COVID day one. And so now I guess probably not the best idea to start mingling around gyms for a little while. So I didn't sign up.
I think a gym would be the worst place to be right now, especially with Mrs. Fish having the COVID. Like,
plus,
all those people,
as they say, was
sweating,
through sickness and in
breathing,
health. So
coughing.
I've got to stick around, be the gentleman, be the husband, fetch the tea, fetch the orange juice, heat up some chicken soup. That's pretty much what
I used to work at a gym, and obviously the people who get upset when like you don't towel off the weight bench because that is fucking gross. But then there are people who don't understand, like, hey Kush, why you clean so much? It's like, you really have to think about this place like a hospital. Like I just said 3 minutes ago, like everyone here is coughing, breathing heavy, sweating. Whether or not they do clean a towel off the weight bench, like there's so many fucking germs in this place going on, and like as good as our housekeeping staff is, it's a job that's never finished. Like you always just got to keep just disinfecting everything,
because it's not even the vid that you got to be worried about. If I go to doors back open, dogs back. If I walk, if I
that's
go,
a dog. He's got a knife.
One day I will train this dog to close the door after herself. It's just rude.
That would be neat.
But yeah, if I leave the house, go bye, love you, and then I come back like 2 hours later with a rash. Question's going to be asked.
Not sexy. Some sort of skin infection. Yeah, it's all ugh. Yeah, there's a lot of nastiness in gyms that people don't realize or even think about. And it's just like, ugh. However, one of the most delightful staffs I've ever worked with. Like, it was one of those things where, like, I know I'm making minimum wage, but I like the people I work with, and they make things fun.
And that's the main thing.
It was good. It was a good time. Good time at the old Crunch Fitness on Montgomery.
Crunch. I was being honest. It's not an ad, hashtag not an ad, but I was going to go with Planet Fitness just because it's $10 a month and I'm cheap. And just in case I only go once or twice, it's not that bad. But some of them are like $70, $80. Fuck.
Yeah.
Are you going to lift the weights for me?
One of those.
That price?
They better.
Jesus.
I mean,
You better
that'd be
give me
amazing.
like
Yeah, I want to.
a bath towel, whatever.
I hope to amass enough wealth in the next 3 years where I just have people work out for me.
Yeah.
Now maybe that consists of them actually pushing my arms up, or they can just work out and I'll just watch, and eat a pizza. But yeah, I want that surrogate gym body.
That make you a puppet, like a marionette. Tie strings to your hands, and then you hold the weights, and they lift it up for you. Look like you're in like an NSYNC video. That was a wonderful intro. Anyway, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this evening's show, because that's what you come here for. So before we get over to the rights of the sex doll in Korea, fun fact: new laws have been passed here in New York State. We all love talking about
What's
laws,
going on?
don't we? That's the exciting thing to talk about. But this one caught my eye because the new law has been passed, which approves the composting of human bodies. Ooh.
Fascinating.
Because we're all trying to be environmentally friendly, at least I am, and Greta Thunberg.
And we're running out of space to bury the bodies.
Well, indeed. So now, to save some space, a person can now have their body turned into soil after their death. It does specifically say they have to be dead first. I think that's a key part of the law. Which
that would be good if they were dead first.
Yeah. This is also known as natural organic reduction, which sounds very fancy. In 2019, Washington was the first US state to legalize it. Colorado, Oregon, Vermont, and your neck of the woods, California, followed suit. So New York was therefore the 6th American jurisdiction to allow humans composting. So basically what happens was, this is how it works, right? So this happens with a special above ground facility where the body is put into a closed vessel along with selected materials such as wood chips, alfalfa, straw grass, and gradually breaks down under the action of microbes, science. And then after a period of about a month and some heating process to kill off any contagion, loved ones are given the resulting soil, to which then you can go and plant a seed in it, and then I can become a tree or something. That's pretty cool, huh? Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about like how do you want to be dealt with after you've kicked a bucket?
So I used to joke around that I wanted to be preserved like Lenin and put on display in the living room of my children's home. But since I have no children now, I think just cremation is easier. But this does make me wonder, like, are people worried about like the residual effects around the crematorium? Because like that smoke goes in the air, like that can't be healthy for anyone living or working around it. So
Especially
I'm wondering if this has something to
was
do
like
with
a
it.
drug dealer or a drug addict.
No, I don't think that'll be. I think you're literally just
Taking those
inhaling
fumes.
human people. Anyway, I've heard of such a thing like this. I want to say it's probably because of Washington, but yeah, like they turn you into mulch and then they plant you on the ground and now you're a tree. I've also heard of this had to have been a joke or an Onion article, but also have heard again for spacing issues of people just being buried standing up, which makes for a significantly deeper hole. However, again,
Well, don't they just bury people on top of each other anyway now?
I don't believe so.
Because I'm pretty sure when I went to visit
There are
someone's grave,
mausoleums.
that the headstones weren't spaced far. Like, I'm pretty sure they've staggered them now to make it a little bit easier.
Okay.
But I guess it depends from cemetery.
I know there are mausoleums. There are mausoleums in the cemetery where literally like it's just cement shells. So like there's 5-6 bodies high at a time. And who knows how many rows they go down. But outside in the ground, I don't know. I know that like married people buy plots together and then get buried together, and it's like one double headstone. I know I just did the McDonald's logo there.
I don't know. I'm just saying, if I
So,
ever got into power, I would bring this into law that, sorry, you don't get a choice. As soon as you
mhm,
die, you become soil. Because one, yes, this is environmentally friendly. It's very nice. So we can say, for every dead body, we're replanting a tree. That's how it works. But also,
mhm,
just in case, I've seen far too many movies. What if
mhm.
there's suddenly a virus going around and the dead start coming back up and hunting what little brains that I have? Screw that. You're turning into a tree.
So last year obviously was 2022, and there was a
Checks
movie
out.
starring Charlton Heston called Soylent Green, where everyone is in love with this beverage called Soylent Green. It's natural, it comes from the earth, it's very healthy for you and it's good for you. And no one really knows what's in it, but god damn it taste wonderful.
What is it?
Mm-mm-mm. It's people. Spoiler alert,
No.
it's people.
My
Soylent Green is
God.
people. It's a very totalitarian future when this movie was made. It's very, whatever. It's not the republic and the democratic future that we know today.
I
And then
mean,
they
to
were
be fair,
cannibalizing people.
is it good? I can't imagine. Is it good for you to drink human remains? I don't know. I guess there
Probably
isn't many
not.
scientific studies on that. But
I'm
I
gonna
know
just
there's like
guess
whole rules. But
no.
in my, as long as they're not killing people specifically for this,
No. They
as, as long
everyone
as
just
like,
died.
if I'm dead, I don't give a fuck what you do with my body afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm dead. I don't care. It's not
we
like, I'll die and then suddenly come back and be like, "Where's my leg?" And someone's like, "Oh, sorry, I thought you, my bad. I'm dead. I
I
can
think we
shoot me out of a
talked
cannon
about
if you want."
this on a previous episode. If there's an afterlife, like, maybe there's a heaven, maybe there's a hell, or maybe you just haunt the premises you're on right now. Like, what do you want? Do you want to like be a ghost and just like haunt your favorite dive bar, or we're
I don't know. I actually no, I wouldn't, because then if I'm haunting my favorite dive bar, like it would almost be like a forever tease. Like I'm always in this bar and I can't drink, can't enjoy myself.
no, let's just say you can drink. Let's say you can actually drink, and the barman is like, "Where the hell is all my booze going? I don't understand."
Here I am thinking that doesn't make sense. Whilst we talk of the premise of me haunting a bar, as if that's going to
Mm-hmm.
ever happen anyway. I guess sure, yeah. If I can still drink for free because I'm a ghost, I'm
Mm-hmm.
in. I'm in. Let's make it happen.
Nice,
Where do I sign?
nice. Do you think you have to die on the premises of the bar, or could you just die on the couch right there and then just like take a ghostly stroll on down to the local watering hole and live out your afterlife there?
No, I'd like it. I'd like to think it's like a game show. So that once you die, you get like there's like you get four choices.
Ooh,
Which these four locations from your life would you like to haunt forever? And you go, ooh,
ooh,
which one?
that's exciting.
Decisions.
But you can only choose one, and
Only
that's
choose
it
one.
for
That's it.
eternity. You're there.
No do-overs.
That's
I'm
exciting. Hmm.
not saying I would choose a bar, but it's a pretty good one.
That was a good one. It's one.
Yes.
It's one of your four.
It's definitely gonna be one of my four. That's for damn sure. Oh.
Mhm.
Um
Only problem is the bar might shut down or burn down, and then you're just like, fuck. Now what?
oh, and then it gets turned
Now it's a
into one.
YMCA. Ah, just naked fat dudes everywhere. Ah, this is hell.
At least get to play some basketball. But no, my luck. The bar will burn down. It'll get turned into one of those soap stores that has that really obnoxious, strong smell all the
Or a
time.
candle shop.
Or a
Yes, I
candle
understand.
shop.
I call those girl
All right,
teaks.
okay.
Like,
New rule.
new rule.
Like, so you get
2023
to
new rule.
pick.
Waffle
You get
box.
to pick one of your four with the
Okay.
provision. Right, that's your choice, unless it's now no longer that place. Like, for example, if I sign up, I'm gonna haunt this bar forever, and then it's no longer a bar. I get a do-over. I get a do-over. That's what I think.
I fucking love that.
Final
You
offer.
hear that, Spectres? That's what's up. Waffle Box has declared it.
We decided it.
I'm on a mountaintop, and we're singing to the heavens here, baby.
Scream it from the mountaintop, baby. Ah, let's move on.
I knew I liked you for a reason, Mike Fish.
I'm a thinker. I'm a critical thinker.
There you go. Well said.
Speaking of some weird shit, real quick, did you hear the good news coming from South Korea recently, where people have finally been given their rights to own a sex doll?
They got our letters. Yes.
Weeks we've been writing.
I've been sending South Korea a letter every day for the last 7.5 months about this.
There are some
It's
provisos.
expensive. Oh.
So for those who don't know, unless I'm seriously, if you're listening to this and you wasn't familiar with South Korean sex doll laws, where the hell have you been? But so what so they weren't necessarily illegal, but it was very hard to get hold of one, like especially importing one, because they said that it's seen as harming South Korea's traditions and public morals. But they've now had a turnaround. You can now order adult-shaped sex dolls to get imported to South Korea on two provisos again. Two provisos. Proviso one, they're not allowed to look like children, which I think is a fair one. That's a fair one.
I'm okay with that.
Although,
yeah. Although
thinking outside the box here, what if? Now you're gonna have to be very careful if someone clips this, that this could get very, very sketchy here. But what if they made it legal, quote unquote, to purchase a childlike sex doll, but then here's the catch: the delivery man is a police officer, and they go, knock, knock, knock. Here's your child sex doll. And they go, finally. And they go, actually, you're coming with me, pal. And they put him in prison. Not a bad idea, right?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I want to
then,
talk to you about entrapment and all that other stuff, but yeah, I'm okay with that.
We helps the economy and gets sex offenders off the streets. It's a win-win.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Speaking of sex crimes,
is that just the one provision?
The other provision is that they can't look like celebrities, which again, I think that's fair.
Oh, what if they license their image? Like, what if Kim Kardashian was like, no, they paid me $500 million
Kim Kardashian would 100% allow that to happen.
Yeah,
she would.
You gotta pay her, but yeah.
Oh, but of course, she doesn't do anything for free. My gosh. But yeah, so I don't know. It just says they can't resemble real people such as celebrities. So I don't whatever. But yeah, nearly 250,000 people signed a petition to stop the imports of sex dolls, because they said that the sex dolls could lead to an increase in sex crimes. I'm going to argue the opposite, quite frankly, because
I mean, if you're using the sex doll in public, maybe.
Well, okay, yeah, that should be another. That should be the third provision. If you're going to have a sex doll, fuck it at home.
You know, like, how many times have you been on the bus and some asshole just has their fucking cell phone blaring a Spotify playlist? But now it's just like, what, bro? I'm just using my fucking doll here and having a good time. I've worked hard like everybody else here. What? I'm sorry, I'm the numbers. What? What are you doing?
I love lucha libre.
What are you looking at, dude?
Dolls.
Mind your own fucking business, dude. Take the
Oh well,
bus like
yeah,
everyone
that's
else.
that technically is a sex, public indecency. All right, but yeah, no, as long as I think if they're the kind of person that wants to spend money on a fake partner so they can bang it till their eyes pop out. I think that's the kind of person that we should allow to do that in their own home. Because if they can't do that, who knows what they're going to get up to.
I mean, I don't care what you do in your home as long as you're not hurting anybody. But yeah, I would like to know what those 100,000 plus people are thinking will happen. But yeah, who knows? So anyway, we're getting sex dolls in South Korea.
Yeah. The only thing, whenever this kind of topic comes up, I'm that kind of weird guy, which I think we've already quite clarified that already.
We've established that. Confirmed.
But my first thought always goes to, because you think, right, when you're having some alone time, us gents, and let's just say that
you start buttoning some buttons here, Mike. Oh my goodness.
When you arrive to your scheduled location, I don't know about you, but I kind of feel like, oh, what have I done? Oh my, you're a grown man with a job. What are you doing?
Oh,
is that awkward, that little bit of like shameful? I have to clean out.
That was a lot of my 20s. No. That was a lot of my 20s. Just like, I really just spend 7 hours doing that. I feel like such a loser.
7 hours? What is it?
That was a short day.
After like a certain point, you're just like, I'm good. That's just we're out. We'll run out. But I'm just saying, imagine like you bang a sex doll, you jizz it so it's popping out of his ears, and then now you gotta clean it.
You gotta clean it. But guess what? Most nasty assholes won't. Most of the folks that buy this won't.
It's not sloppy seconds if it's me again.
It's not also dishwasher friendly.
Just trying to stuff the whole fucking doll in this thing.
Get in there! Come on, Sophia, get in there.
Then like, that's when the neighbor walks past the window. It's not what it looks like. Or it might be what it looks like, but fuck off.
What, bro? I'm just trying to fucking clean my fucking sex doll. What's your fucking problem, bro? In South Korean. That's how that sounds.
In South Korean.
In South Korea.
Well, I'm sure other countries allow sex dolls, but yeah, for me, I wouldn't be able to do
other
that.
Countries are pretty unrepressed as opposed to the United States or a South Korea, and they're just like, people just walk up and just like, you want to bang? And I'm like, yeah, sure, in Dutch.
But like, I'm sure these sex dolls were way more sophisticated than they were in like the 80s. Like the scene, a stereotypical one where it's just like you just pump it up and they like have that shocked face. So I'm sure they're more realistic than that, but I'm still pretty sure they've got that dead look behind their eyes. And so like afterwards you finish and they're just staring at you, judging you. I won't be able to live like that. Staring at why don't you ever take me out?
I was.
Why don't you ever introduce me to your friends? You start hearing those voices, drive you insane. Anyway,
squeak.
Just use your hand or a flashlight if you have to. Push.
You still have to clean that fucking thing.
Do it. Yeah. Right, just use your hand as tissues. Jesus Christ, it's worked for centuries. Why knock it? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Boom.
My man.
We have achieved so much already, and there's still more to come in this first half because it's now time to talk about some people who are achieving some things in this crazy world where you can't have celebrity sex dolls in South Korea, but they're doing things still. Yet, Kim Kardashian. And this week's Dumb World Record. of the week.
Why?
Why? Why would I? Why? Why?
Why? Why? Why? Why? Why would you want to do that?
Okay. This
Okay.
week's number record takes place right here in the Big Apple, New York, where a New York foodie broke a Guinness World Record by dining at 18 Michelin-starred restaurants in 24 hours.
Okay.
Now,
That's interesting. But they had like an appetizer at each one, right?
well, here we go. So this is where I've done some maths in this, and I'm calling BS. Because
Okay,
if
break it
you've
down.
ever,
Your
right,
maths.
okay, so this guy's name is Eric Finkelstein, 34
Hey,
years
Fink.
old, said his interest in dining out spiked when he moved back to New York in 2021, and a Discord
Ugh.
group he joined.
Let me take my glasses off so everyone can see me roll my eyes. Ugh. All right.
Discord group. He joined a Discord group about city restaurants, brought his attention to the Guinness World Record for most Michelin-starred restaurants visited in 24 hours. Quote, I love the idea. Yeah, we figured that, Finkelstein. But it combined my loves of eating interesting food, working towards a checklist, fuck me, and working towards something silly. Eric, 34, from New York.
Kind of
You're
a
an
schmuck.
interesting guy.
Well, you said it nicer than I did.
It combines
So
my
did
love.
it-
So one of his loves is working towards a checklist.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Checklists are good. I
Like,
make
hey,
one
no.
every day for the next day, but
I like
it's
a
not
good
my love.
checklist. I like a good checklist. It helps you get shit done. But if someone was to
Yes.
say, what are the three main loves in your life? My wife, music, and
Whiskey,
checklists. No.
whiskey, women, and weed.
There you go. Three.
There you go.
Perfect. It's the
Three
original
loves.
www. To the World Wide
That
Web
was-
come and ruined it.
Smart.
Now, this is where I'm calling BS.
Break it down, Mike Fish.
Finkelstein said that he spent a total of $494 on food, not counting tax or tips, which works out
Not counting
on
tax.
average,
Okay. Sure.
before tax and tips, $27.45 at each restaurant. Now, for those who have never been to New York City, you would be hard going to find any restaurant where even if you just had to spend $27, the fact that he's saying he's gone to 18 Michelin star restaurants and spent an average of $27
In 24 hours.
like this. So for me, it doesn't specify what he ate. He reckons he had about 5,000 calories in the day.
What? No. This guy, I don't know
what
how
the
to
fuck
count
did he
calories,
eat?
but there's no fucking way he ate only 5,000 calories. All right. At 18 restaurants.
What's the maths?
Maybe
on that?
5,000
I didn't do
calories
that.
a restaurant.
So that's like
So
that's like
here's what
200,
I'm guessing is,
260
like,
calories each.
that doesn't make any goddamn sense to me. So
How much?
here's
How
what I'm
many calories
guessing
in a
is
bowl of fries?
he went to the restaurant. He ordered an appetizer and a drink, a Coke, coffee, wine, whatever. But that's how he got.
He's not getting.
$27
He's
per
not getting
restaurant.
any. You wouldn't be able to get a leaf of lettuce and a glass of wine for $27
Not for an appetizer though.
in a
'Cause
Michelin star restaurant in New York
is still a
City.
full meal.
You
Yeah,
kidding
an
me?
appetizer is still an appetizer. Appetizer can run up to like $14.
When was the last time you came to New York?
Oh, Good point. It's been about 20 years now.
Yeah, price has gone up a little bit. So,
for an appetizer, like literally, just like
at a Michelin star restaurant.
A Michelin star restaurant. Yeah, here's a plate of oysters. I don't. Yeah.
What's this? What, one oyster?
Anyway. I'm allergic to shellfish, so I wouldn't be eating oysters anyways.
Anyway, this is BS.
Yeah.
So he reckons he spent $27 at each Michelin star restaurant, consuming around about 260 calories each. It's a nonsense world record. I disavow you.
It's very dubious. It's very dubious. I question, of all the world records
I want to see receipts
we've talked about that are stupid. Yeah, I'm dubious about how this went down. We need more details, and we don't need more details. I don't want to cover this again, but I
never
don't
want
think
to
this
speak
guy
of
broke
Eric
the world record.
Finkelstein again.
Fucking Finkelstein.
I never want to see his face. Mr. I love checklists. Fucking weirdo. Get off Discord groups. Get out in the real world. Meet some people. Who's people? Touch some grass, as they say on the internet. When you go touch the grass. I don't know how that as an insult. That's a terrible. Have you ever seen people say that when they're having someone's having an argument and they go, "Why don't you go touch grass?" As if that's gonna is that gonna suddenly make my life better? Oh, look at that guy touching grass. He knows what he's doing.
Politely telling you to fuck off.
Maybe.
Like kick sand.
Play with some
rocks.
cars.
Yeah, go.
Through traffic. It's nasty people on the internet. Except for you, who's listening or watching this, you're good. You're good people. You're
the
some
Syrup
good
Squad
ones.
is always. We always love you, Syrup Squad. All right, so I'm looking at Casse Enrique. It is
Michelin star restaurant in New York.
For Michelin.com. It's a 1-star Michelin restaurant. It's the cheapest Michelin star rated restaurant in New York. It's a Mexican joint. Let's find the menu. Come on, you have to have the menu here. I got an address. I've got map coordinates. They literally have
Pressure is on
degrees.
now. You've brought this up. What's the menu?
So dumb. We'll have to come back. Keep going.
We'll come back to this in the second half. Still to come. We're gonna talk about Whitney Houston's biopic. I Want to Dance with Somebody in this week's movie review. We're ending the show as always with our feel-good story, and we'll be right back after this short break.
When I'm on the court, I just don't make shots. I take them. So when I'm done slamming, I'm jamming in Hanes fashion underwear. It has a style that I'm used to with the comfort I can't find flying through a 7-foot wall of arms and elbows.
Got the tickets, Michael?
Guys, we don't need tickets.
Now you're wearing what you like. Hey, nothing else feels so right.
It's now time for the middle of the show quiz.
Hey, welcome to Waffle Box, episode 79. Still to come. We got a trapdoor segment. We're gonna dance with somebody in this week's movie review, and so much more. But it is the middle of the show, so it's now time for the middle of the show quiz. What we do here each and every week, I like to test Mr. Hayes on his knowledge on something to do with the show. This week, of course, it's going to be about Whitney Houston. So I hope you paid attention in the movie.
I learned a lot from that movie.
5 questions. Some of these are going to be easy. Some of these might be a little bit tricky. Who knows? I haven't seen the movie, so these might all be answered in the first 5 minutes of the film. But 5 questions. So obviously the name of the game is to get at least 3 out of 5, if not 5 out of 5. If he gets a question correct, Kush hears this noise. And it makes him happy. But if he gets a question wrong, he hears this noise. And that made me say, Mr. Hayes, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Question number 1. So Whitney Houston's one of her biggest hits was "I Will Always Love You." Not sung
Dolly
like that,
Parton.
sung way better. Who originally recorded that song? It was Dolly Parton. It's just rude to interrupt, quite frankly, but I'll let you off.
I like to over deliver.
Question number 2. Who was Whitney Houston's godmother, who's also known as the Queen of Soul?
Oh, you almost had me saying Dionne Warwick, but I believe that's Aretha Franklin.
Bonus clue. It was Aretha Franklin. What? Question number 3. Where was Whitney Houston born?
Fuck, I forget the name of the city. She's from New Jersey. She's a Jersey girl.
She is a Jersey girl. Come on. I was going to give you a clue, but now you've got to. Go on, take a guess. Take a guess. Come on, name something somewhere in Jersey.
I don't. River City.
Newark, New Jersey,
Newark.
aka Brick City.
Brick City, y'all.
Named
Sure,
Brick
let's get
City
half a point
because all the buildings made out of brick, unlike any other city in the world. Okay, whatever. Sure. Question
They made the
number
bricks though in that city.
Yeah. Question number 4. This is where we're gonna get a little bit tougher now. So her first official single release was actually a duet with another singer on their album. Can you name
Jermaine Jackson?
that artist?
Jermaine Jackson. Oh, what?
It was, she featured on the song Hold Me by Teddy Pendergrass.
Teddy Pendergrass. Wow, that movie failed me.
Why did they, oh, we're getting spoiler alert. Did they lie and say who she, wow.
They take some liberties.
Why change that?
It's I mean, it might have also happened, but they make it look like
that. Put some respect on Teddy's name.
On Teddy P. Smooth Teddy P.
Right, we're now 2 and 2. This is where it all comes down to. Question 5. Which song? Now, I imagine this was mentioned in the movie, so let's see if they give you the correct information or not. Which song did Whitney Houston have her first #1 hit in the United States?
It's not I Want to Dance with Somebody, which you think it would be because of the movie we're talking about.
Correct so far.
I'm gonna guess it's the duet she did with Teddy P. Or does that not count?
That's not okay on that, so I'm not going to accept that answer.
That does not count. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if that went to #1, but this is like her
That's okay.
song as the main artist.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry.
It was Saving All My Love for You.
For you. Okay. Okay.
You lose.
I must now jump off the mountain.
Well, wait, you gotta.
Oh,
Let's finish the show first. Don't be so selfish.
excuse me. Well, I get so dramatic when I lose these things. You know, it's not easy. It's not easy.
Speaking of getting dramatic, as we always say in this next segment, this planet is so damn populated. We need to start culling the numbers, and we do that one by one in this week's Trapdoor segment.
I thankfully found a pen and pad on the top of this mountain here. That's so weird.
Sweet.
There's also a Starbucks here. It's crazy.
Is it cold?
It's a little chilly. It is. But still, thankfully, not raining.
It's always good. It's always good.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've never heard this before, the Trapdoor segment is where I give Kush 4 celebrities, and one by one, he has to decide which one he is going to remove from existence by sending them down the trap door. He can only choose one, but he has to show his working. This week's trip along the alphabet lane, we stop at the letter L, and I've kind of they've got a little theme going here where these people all have relatives that it's pretty safe to say probably more famous than them.
Oh, is Drew Barrymore on this list? Although she doesn't start with an L.
I think you answered your own question there, but thanks for joining in. This week's contestants are.
I gotta jump off. Oh no, right, I'm staying.
Lily Collins, daughter of Phil Collins.
Okay.
Liv Tyler, daughter of Steven Tyler. Luke Wilson, brother of Owen Wilson. Or Luke Hemsworth, older brother of the actual talented Hemsworth brothers.
This is Luke Wilson, not Liam. Luke Hemsworth, not Liam Hemsworth.
This is Luke, the older of the three brothers.
Oh, okay.
So Lily Collins, Liv Tyler, Luke Wilson, or Luke Hemsworth.
What do I know Lily Collins from?
She was in Emily from Paris?
Didn't see it.
She's been in other things, but now I can't think of any others.
That's okay.
But like Emily from Paris is something I don't watch. That's more of a wife thing.
For sure.
But I've definitely seen Lily Collins in something, but it's just I can't think of anything. And I remember thinking like she looks.
I'm just glad it's not Lily James. I was glad it's not Lily James. I would have been mad at you for that one. So honestly, it's probably gonna be Lily Collins. And let me break it down.
The fact that you haven't heard of her, that's probably not a good look for her. But yeah, let's go. It's what it took for the others.
It's the safest choice. It's the safest choice. Liv Tyler. She is a gifted actress, and of course, her daddy is Steven Tyler. Their whole relationship is very complicated and creepy, but she's definitely benefited from having the name, but she's always had the talent. Like I don't think she's ever been bad in anything you've seen. She was in Armageddon. Yeah,
look at that.
Bing! Luke Wilson. I mean, Luke Wilson, Owen Wilson, like you love both of these guys. I think Owen Wilson is probably the more popular of the two, but Luke Wilson is still a funny fucking dude, and he knows how to be a part of a story. Like I enjoy most anything I see Luke Wilson in. Plus, what was it? Idiocracy? Like that dude's legacy is forever cemented because of Idiocracy. No one's ever getting rid of Luke Wilson here. Fucking Luke Hemsworth. I didn't know he existed before. Why him? Why not him over Lily Collins? Well, I've actually met Liam Hemsworth. Very nice bloke. Very personable, very friendly gentleman. It was literally like a 5-minute interaction on a set. But it's just like, hey, how you doing? I'm Liam. I was like, oh, nice to meet you. I'm Kush. What's good, dude?
Did he say good day?
No, he said good morning though. But
good day, mate. I'm Liam. I'm Liam Hemsworth.
We were all in a hotel ballroom or meeting space or whatever. It was 6 a.m. I
just rode in on my kangaroo.
From Australia. I would imagine he's still on Aussie time. But
me to sign you a
like
boomerang.
A dude who just woke up in a weird hotel. He didn't hit me with a boomerang, thankfully. But yeah. So Lily Collins, I'm sure you're a lovely young woman, but and no offense to your daddy. But you're going down the trap door. So.
Oh, my wife.
I actually had to be Liam Hemsworth stand-in. for before he showed up. I was like, this is kind of weird. I mean, okay, I guess I'll be a Hemsworth. I'm usually a Goldblum, but I guess I'll be a Hemsworth on this one. Sure, why not?
Oh, you just stand in. Like, so you weren't like he's like
So we built a
his
set for them
lookalike.
to talk about Independence Day 4 or Independence Day 2. Like the movie hadn't even come out yet. This is Super Bowl weekend, Super Bowl 50 in Santa Clara. Um, and it's this whole thing where once you build the set, then they want to make sure that like people they would love to have someone that looks like Liam Hemsworth, but obviously they don't have, so they just need a body to sit in his chair and they can do color correction and make sure the light is just the right temperature. Lots of weird, mundane little shit. But that's that I've done quite a bit of. It's a lot of fun too. But you're literally just sitting there. There's a camera on you, and then they go like, oh, "Okay, hey Kush, can you turn your face? Okay, can you hear that? Okay, great. We've got enough, and Liam will be here in 10 minutes. So thank you. Go get a coffee, and then I do and did.
And then he walked in and was like, crikey, it's like looking in a bloody mirror.
I met your boyfriend Ryan Reynolds that day. He's a very nice gentleman.
Oh, of course he is. Of course he is. Oh, just hearing his name warms my loins.
Why not?
But yeah.
He's a nice dude. I get it.
Glad to know. I'll sleep well this evening. Speaking of movies, you movie making bastard, it's now time for that'll do us for a segue. It's now time for Kush's movie review.
Kush's movie review.
I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. I can't carry on, otherwise we're gonna get a copyright strike.
Oh my god, I thought Whitney was with us in the room right now.
Whitney Houston.
Yes.
Yeah. So I want to dance with somebody. The Whitney Houston story, starring some British bird as Whitney Houston. Take it away, Kush.
Thank you. This is Whitney Houston, I want to dance with somebody. It came out
Whitney
in
Houston's
the last...
wants to dance with somebody. That's a very polite way of saying I like it up the bum.
Nice.
You're
nice.
welcome.
It's rated PG-13 and it's 2 hours and 24 minutes. And just to get right off the bat with it, this is, for what they do with this movie, it was publicized as by the guys who did Bohemian Rhapsody and the Elton John movie. So you're like, okay, this is gonna be right up there. They're definitely going for little gold trophies. And I'm sorry to say, it's just kind of mundane. It's just there. It's one of the most mediocre movies I've ever seen with one of the most beautiful endings I've ever seen. So they take some liberties. They highlight some stuff. They don't ever pay off some other things, and then they completely ignore other shit entirely. It's pretty crazy. So this is directed by Cassie Lemons, and last thing she directed was 2019's Harriet, which I did not see because instead of saying like this is a movie about the woman who inspired the Underground Railroad, they go like Harriet Tubman was the first black superhero. And I was like, no, she's actually way more than that. Like she's not a cartoon character. Like this is a real woman who did real shit.
Eyes.
Apparently in that movie she has psychic powers.
What?
She can sense when trouble is near, and she can help
just spidey sense
influence you to do things she needs to be done.
So she's a Jedi.
That was
basically
kind of, or so I was led to believe. So we never saw Harriet. However, Cassie Lemons is also an actress. She's been in such movies as the original Candyman. She's been in Fear of a Black Hat, as well as Gridlocked with Tupac Shakur and not Owen Wilson, not Guy Ritchie,
Luke Wilson.
Not Luke Wilson either. It doesn't matter. The other very talented gentleman. The guy from Reservoir Dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, whatever. This is written by a dude named Anthony McCartan. He did have a hand in writing Bohemian Rhapsody. He also wrote 2017's Darkest Hour. That was a Oscar award-winning film. Very well done, about Winston Churchill declaring war for the British Empire. Anyway,
Smoking
this
fat
movie's
cigars.
smoking fat cigars and drinking just tumblers of brandy in the morning. I was like, God damn, I'm jealous of you, sir. Good for you.
Well, he died pretty early, so.
You know what? He looks like he died happy and with purpose. Yeah.
He looked like he died 10 years before he died.
Yeah.
That's
Ashton Sanders plays Bobby Brown. Stanley Tucci, the Tooch, plays record phenomenon Clive Davis. And then, of course, Miss Naomi Ackel plays the titular character Whitney Houston. She does no singing. This every song of Whitney Houston's catalog in this film is just lip synced, and that doesn't have to be a bad thing. That doesn't have to be a bad thing at all. But if you love Whitney Houston music, this is a great movie. Like, you want to see this with the best sound possible. The visuals, who gives a shit? The thing at the Super Bowl actually brought me to tears. Like that was a beautiful moment in 1991. It was a beautiful moment in this theater. I will say, for those who don't know, Whitney Houston, she ended up dying. She did a bunch of cocaine and then drowned in the bathtub, and it was very tragic. Could have absolutely been avoided, but they don't exploit that at all. This movie tries to be a celebration of her life, and again, the ending is very beautiful. So, we don't see Miss Naomi Ackles like doing like pretending to drown. She's not doing death throes or anything like that. Like, it's one of those most beautiful endings of a mediocre movie that could be. Things I didn't know about Whitney Houston, and they jump in right off the bat. And also, I think because of this movie, we have to like give the National Choir some attention now. Like, I did not know that Whitney Houston was allegedly a closet lesbian. Like, she has a full-on relationship with a woman in this film. It's romantic for a few years, but then Daddy says, "Don't do that." And then they have a friendly, platonic business relationship. There's still love there, but I was like, wow, I did not see that coming whatsoever. And like, it's right off the bat, Mike Fish.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Whitney, this is not a struggle porn film. What I mean by that is, like, Whitney Houston did not come up from a tough environment. She did not grow up in a bad neighborhood. She had very, very good, responsible parents that kept her out of trouble and
Newark.
They're not in Newark. She's from Newark, but again, the movie says she's from a different city entirely when she makes her introduction to her future lesbian lover. Yeah, she came up from a very good background. Like, again, this woman just, she was talented, and her parents knew that she was a singer, and they focused on that, and they honed her craft. And one day, the Tooch walks in, and mom fakes a throat problem. Like, I just lost my voice, and you have to go on in front of me now. And that's how she gets her big record deal. And for a movie that's 2 hours and 24 minutes, me, man, I'm always just like, this could be shorter. This could actually be longer, because they just ignore shit. Things fly right by. I think this would have been a better Netflix series or whatever, a streaming series.
I think majority of biopics would, to be honest. Like a nice, maybe like 4 episodes, 45 minutes each.
Mm-hmm. Like, again, things don't get explained. One night, she just calls Stanley Tucci up. She's like, "Hey, Stanley, I want to be in movies," and then hangs up. And then just out of nowhere, just pulls up a plate, a mirror with cocaine on it, and just toots a line. And you're like, whoa, where'd that come from? Like, why is that a thing now? Like, she has a fight with Bobby Brown, kicks him out of the house, and then just pulls out a box. And sure enough, there's just a crack rock and a pipe. And she was just like, gotta start basing. Like, there's a lot of things that need a better explanation in this.
Why is she like cocaine? Who goes into this step?
Things that get overshadowed or ignored completely. One of the worst things Whitney Houston was known for is the reality series her and her husband Bobby Brown had. I forget if it was for the E! Network or A&E or whatever. For the time, it was very successful. Never comes up one bit. Not one mention of it. Again, this is a 2 hour and 24 minutes, so like should have been longer. It should have been longer considering what she went through and everything she did in her life. What else should I say here? Naomi Ackles, she's fine. You saw her in the Rise of Skywalker, Star Wars Episode 9. If that's where you're wondering where you've seen her. Otherwise, she's serviceable. She got the job done. The movie tells the story it wants to tell. Cameos include Kevin Costner and Oprah Winfrey, but it's stock footage.
Oh,
There's one point she's on the set of The Bodyguard, and you see Kevin Costner doing that scene where he's in his bungalow, and all of a sudden he's just watching her music video and falls in love. But it's footage from the movie, and I was like, that's probably more expensive than actually just booking Kevin Costner for the day or a guy who looks like Kevin Costner for the day. It's a really weird decision. Oprah Winfrey, same thing. Like they could have just booked an actress that kind of resembles Oprah, but instead they take footage from the episode Whitney was on and then display it through a monitor. And it's like that's also a very weird decision to make. Like that stock footage probably costs more than just hiring a day extra. Like it's weird, some weird decisions in this film. Like I said, it's fine. If you love Whitney Houston's music, I would say absolutely go see this in your closest theater. It's probably not going to be here after tomorrow. Honestly, it's failing at the box office. It's doing nothing. It's doing nothing. My theater was pretty empty.
to be honest,
if you got a great sound system,
the trailer doesn't do it any good. The trailer looks very
really
cheap. If I'm going to be honest,
that's fair. That's fair. But the trailer made me want to see it. Like I've been intrigued for this movie for the last 6 months. And while I wasn't disappointed, I was just like, at least it was better than the Tupac biopic from 2019, I guess. Like,
yeah, it was bad.
That wasn't good. But that also did the same thing where like, oh my God, I didn't know he had a relationship with Jada Pinkett. Oh my goodness. Like, that's so crazy.
Who hasn't?
Anyways. I haven't.
Sorry, Will. I didn't mean that.
1995, Kush Hayes would have loved a relationship with Jada Pinkett. Anyways, Whitney Houston, I want to dance with somebody. 3 out of 5 stars. That's all I can give it. That's the best I can give it. It's a Sony film, so I don't know what platform. It'll probably be on Netflix or an Amazon Prime. Probably by Valentine's Day, which is going to be so romantic when you see her and Bobby argue all the time.
Yeah. Although I did once take my wife to Deadpool for Valentine's Day.
That was a Valentine's Day release, so okay, yeah, I get it.
And then
that was very nice of her.
Well, and I think it was a year or so before that, I took her to a Skrillex show on Valentine's Day. So I like to set the bar low. So if I do anything nice on Valentine's Day, it looks even better.
Oh, there you go.
So there you go. Spoiler alert, wife, if you're listening to this, look forward to a night of watching Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston argue Valentine's Day this year.
Dude, there's an intense scene where like her father was her manager, and this man is on his deathbed, and he's been stealing money from her for years, but like he barely has energy to like do anything. But like when she starts talking about like, I'm gonna fucking take care of the books, and I'm gonna redo everything you've done and make sure that you can't screw me over anymore if you survive this. He finds the strength to grab her by the throat, like, you will pay me every goddamn last cent you owe me. And it's like, fuck. There's scenes in this movie that should have been better.
Do better biopics. Or just stop making them.
Well said.
Like I said, do it. Make them mini series or something, so you can actually cover stuff. Because I always hate that kind of almost that defense of themselves, where like you say, they make a biopic about someone, and they go, "Oh, well, it was too fast, or you didn't cover enough, or you skimmed over some things," and they go, "Well, we only had 2 hours. Well, what do you want us to do? Don't make the fucking film then. If you can't tell the story properly, don't fucking make the film.
It's a little more complicated than that. Speaking of bio series, if we didn't talk about the Whitney Houston movie tonight, we were going to talk about a Hulu original series called Welcome to Chippendales, which is a bio series about how the male strip club was formed and the dance troupe. And again, fascinating details I didn't know. But then there was actually, while this is a dramatization, A&E put out a real bio series, and like at some point the mob gets involved, never mentioned once in this dramatization, which I would like, that would actually be interesting to listen to. Like at time is very abstract. He meets this chick and then they're married and it's been 2 years later. Like this is even if you have 8 hours to tell the story, somehow things still get rushed. It's very strange.
I love the thought of the mob getting involved with the Chippendales.
It's a cash business. They want their cash.
No, but could you imagine, like, if like the FBI is trying to get involved? So, hey, can you wear a wire? And the guy has strippers that where can I put the fucking wire?
The FBI will get involved. Wires will be involved, but not with any of the male strippers.
I guess you could
people
put one of those,
who wear clothes.
Could put a little
in
the bow tie.
In the bow tie, for sure. There might be one right now. Here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, he seems to be buying everything. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, you can have 8 hours to tell your story and still just miss shit. I don't know how it works. Or just do it better. Well said, Mike Fish. Put that on your epitaph.
It's a new year. Just be better, people. Just be better.
Mike Fish, born 1978, dies 2074. Just do better, quote unquote.
I wasn't born in the 70s. Cheeky bastard.
Oh, well, then I made you I still made you in your late 90s. So
I'll take it, I guess.
There you go.
Did I die with a lady of the night pleasuring me while I was smoking cigars?
Right on top of her.
No.
She's horribly traumatized.
There's no way I'm going to be on at 90 years old.
Years of therapy. Well, those boner pills are way fantastic. In 2068, the boner pills they create are amazing.
Yeah, but I've still got my knees.
You've got a bionic hip, dude. Don't worry. You got new knees.
All right, fine.
Your knees were replaced 20 years prior.
Christ, I'll get on top then. Jesus.
You're a man, Mike Fish. You like to take control. You like to be.
Speaking of me dying in my 90s whilst having sex with a lady of the night, it's now time for this week's.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Fish.
Feel good story of the week.
It's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again?
Yeah. This week's feel good story comes to us from Florida. Who'd have thunk? So, as you may know or may not know, America is a big old place, and whoever come up with the map names has very limited imagination. So, as you'll know, there are many places across America that had the same name. Now, what had happened was, so the Visit Tampa Bay tourist board, I guess, one of the staffers was looking for directions from Tampa, Florida, of course, to another city in Florida when they discovered, what? There's another Tampa in America, which is actually in Kansas, Tampa, Kansas. And so, rather than wasting all of their promotional budget on stupid ads with like muscle greased up people with perfect smiles surfing or, I don't know, jogging, talking about how great Tampa is, they spent some of their money by paying for every single one of the 95 residents of Tampa, Kansas, put them on a plane and flew them to Tampa, Florida for a couple of days out. Whilst they were there, they spent time at Tampa,
Kansas,
Busch Gardens, and the Tampa Riverwalk. Jesse Brunner told WUSF that it was easy to leave the frigid temperatures of Tampa, Kansas for warm Tampa, Florida. She said, people have been so gracious and welcoming to us. That's probably the biggest thing that I'll take away. No.
Okay. That's nice.
So yeah, rather than wasting money, for Tampa, Kansas, there's 95 people in there. Let's get them out here. Show them a good time.
And who flew them out again?
The Visit Tampa Bay Tourist Board.
Wow. Okay. Shit. Yeah. Tourism must be really good then.
Or really bad.
95.
Need 95 people.
I mean, 95 tickets aren't cheap. You got to put them up in a hotel too.
We got a quota to hit. How many people do we need? 90? Fucking just get them on a plane. Cha-ching. There we go. Who would have thunk there was a town? I can't even get my brain around that. 95 people all in one place. So small. But there you go.
I mean, the population is small, but it's probably one of those things where it's like their neighbors are like half a mile apart from each other. No one's stacked next or on top of one another.
I mean, my only knowledge of Kansas is Wizard of Oz, and those houses did look very far apart from each other.
Same.
How many do you reckon at least one of them must have got off that plane and turned to their friend and was like, "We're not in Kansas anymore."
Oh, yeah. At least one guy did that.
It was definitely a guy.
He's not even the funny. He's not even the funny dude. There's a guy who tells like obnoxious dad jokes. Who's even like, "Oh, you went there, huh? Okay, whatever, dude. All right. Get off the plane. Grab your bag. Get off the plane, George. Fucking idiot."
Speaking of awkward jokes, so on my other podcast, the Claret and Big Blue podcast, the only podcast dedicated to West Ham United and the New York Giants. That's right, football for balls for everyone's taste. I've now started doing a segue between the two sports. I break up the show by doing my joke of the week.
Ooh.
Do you want to hear this week's joke?
Yes.
Someone in the live
this to be a regular segment.
Someone in the live chat, shout out to Alex O, said it was the best joke ever that I told on the show. So it's low bar.
Oh boy, you're over promising here, but I'm ready.
So Kush, do you hear that there's a huge equipment shortages at hospitals in America?
No, that sounds terrifying.
Yeah. The other day I had to take my own red crayon just so they could draw blood.
That's silly. But it still made me laugh. So, well done, Mike Fish. What book did you get that from?
I just searched dad jokes, and then it wasn't exactly that joke. I like to turn it into a little bit of a story, make it a bit creative. But there you go.
I like it.
So if you want to hear Matt plus other Giants and West Ham talk, even though West Ham suck, but the Giants are doing well, check me out at CBB Pod on Twitter and Instagram for that podcast. We do live every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 o'clock Central. Fish! You also do other podcasts, don't you? You like to do podcasts. What other podcasts are you doing this week?
We got the Microdose, as always, comes out this Friday. It's we hope to have a new guest, but we might just do a classic episode because of the holidays. Oh, I like this dance you're doing. Otherwise, I'm on Twitter at Kush_Hayes, and you can find all the podcasts, including archives of the Waffle Box, the original Waffle Box, at thebosnet.family.
Anyway, yeah, and you can follow me at only Mike Fish on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you go to enjoywafflebox.com as well for those links. If you want to tune in, we do other stuff as well. If you want to buy some swag, you can go to wafflemerch.com. And if you want to watch me struggle playing video games, you can go to twitch.tv/waffleboxplays. I'm on there sporadically, so make sure you hit the follow and then you get notified when I go live. It's fun. Whew, I'm out of breath doing that little dance. Anyway.
It was a good dance, though.
Thanks. Until next week. Take care of yourselves. And each other.
Happy New Year, y'all.
That's all, folks.